Hi everyone, it's Emma. This is Emma Rosen Books. Today I wanted to film for you my April wrap-up. I've had such a lousy reading month, so I haven't actually got a lot to tell you at all. Also, as you probably saw from my booktube newbie tag, the tide moves fast and I'm kind of round behind some rocks, so I'm hoping I'm not going to get chased by the tide, stuck by the tide. It'll completely change the nature of this video. Please excuse my voice. I'm absolutely full of cold. I mean, it's not fair in this weather and I can't sleep and I probably look rubbish, but whatever, who cares. It's a nice day, so. Anyway, this month... Hey, be quiet! Shh, shh, shh. I'm filming a video! Okay, bye! Bye. So the first book that I read this month, I picked this up at a charity shop, I think in March. Anyway, I put it in my Instagram. In fact, I bought them both at the same time, possibly. This one, anyway, I was just totally won over by the cover because it's so pretty. I'm just a sucker for fish and waves and all of that stuff. So this is The Huntress by Sarah Driver, and it's the first in the series. This one is C. Not only is the front cover beautiful, but the inside, the interior formatting is gorgeous. For example, my kids and my husband are standing on the top of the rocks watching me. So loads of the pages have got a drawing in, like this one. In fact, even just the first page, really, really beautiful. Just the whole thing, the aesthetic of the book is lovely. I didn't know anything about it, just picked it up because it was pretty. It's a kid's book, but I mean, I found it readable. There were parts where I was like, it's a bit childish, but actually, when I got to the end of it, I thought, I want to read the next one. I want to find out what happens. So, you know, as far as a test goes, I want to read more. It's set on a ship, and the main character is this character called Mouse. Actually, I really liked that all of the characters had pronounceable names because it's kind of a fantasy book, but a lot of the characters are named after animals. And yeah, I like that. But the main character, this character called Mouse, her mother has died, her dad is away, the ship is run by her grandmother, and it just turns into this like swashbuckling adventure, a touch of fantasy, there's a bit of magic, but it's just good fun, it's really action-packed. Certainly if you've got a kid maybe from about the age of 8 to about the age of maybe 12-ish, depending on, I guess, their reading abilities. I think that this is a really, really good one, and as I say, for myself, I really liked it anyway. So anyway, I started reading that on the 1st of April, exactly, when we went on holiday. You can see my little mini vlog of when we were away, and I read this over the course of the week, and then on the last day, which was like the 5th or 6th of April, on the aeroplane I started reading this. Now, I'm scared of flying, and oh, by the way, this is The Unbearable Lightness of Being by Milan Kundera, is that how you say it? It's a Czech name. I like the cover of this as well. That's my kind of cover, quite minimalist, I like it. Anyway, I started reading this on the plane and I loved it. I read about 100 pages and I was feeling really inspired and really into it. And the thing is, I'm scared of flying, so I think that kind of made me really absorbed because I was just trying to distract myself from the plane. Because then when I started reading it when I got home, it's really boring. So it took me like, I don't know, 3 weeks to read this. It's an existentialist book. It's basically about these 5 characters. So initially you've got this one particular couple where the guy is kind of, he sees love, like emotional love and physical love, as 2 different things. So there's a lot of stuff about that, and I think there's an awful lot about kind of the whether there's any point to what you do and the meaning to what you do, and bits of it were interesting. There were parts where I was like, oh, that really makes me think. And it has a similar air to it to L'Étranger, I suppose, just because it's another existentialist book. But I mean, particularly the middle part of the book I found really, really boring. Yeah, not my thing. dull. I know it's a really famous book and was really popular in the 80s, but nah. It didn't help that in the middle of when I was reading this was when I decided to self-publish my book, so I got absorbed in all of the work involved in that. So the time when I normally read in the evenings I was spending working, so I just really didn't get much reading done, and I started another book right at the tail end of the month, but I didn't finish it till like the 5th of May, so I thought, well, I'll include that in my May wrap up. So literally this is it. This is a sum total of what I read. 2 books, like this one, didn't like this one. So please like if you did, please subscribe for more bookish videos and more writing videos, and please leave me a comment of what you've been reading lately, and if you've read either of these and whether you like them. And I'm going to dash before the tide comes in. I don't actually know if it's going in or going out, but it's a bit worrying. Bye!